Shalom, it's No Limit Eddie. Today, we need to talk about this. These scammers must be stopped. Now, recently, I released a video entitled, These Tanzanians Scam Me and My Sister, or actually no, These Tanzanians Scam Me and Hundreds of Diaspora out of a visa. Now, the scammer, Theo, actually went ahead and reached out to me on WhatsApp, and he had some pretty nasty things to say. So we're actually going to go ahead and detail that and get into that later on in today's video. So watch until the very end. Before we go ahead and get into today's video, where we're going to discuss some of the comments and some of the other details that I left out of the first video. Also, if you want to see the first video, it's linked in the video description, and it's also going to be linked in the cards right up here above. But before we go ahead and get into today's video, make sure to leave a like on today's video, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already, and leave me a comment. All right, now let's go ahead and get into it. So first thing I want to talk about, people were in the comment section saying that it wasn't the school who scammed us, it is basically the government. Now we can go ahead and talk about this, but we need to start off with saying, what is a scam? What do I define as a scam, right? I'm gonna tell you my definition of a scam, and then you let me know if you think that the definition is right or wrong. A scam to me is when you are promised something as a result of doing something, but you don't receive what you were promised. Case in point, you get a phone call. They say, hey, if you send me $50, 50, I'm going to send you $5,000. So you're going to do an action, which is going to send this person $50 under the expectation and under the promise that that person is going to send you $5,000. You send that person 50, that 5,000 never comes. That is a scam, right? Simultaneously, another example, you get a phone call. They love hitting with this one. Your extended warranty is out of service. You know, you can extend your warranty today, but it's only going to cost you $12, right? All we're going to need is your credit card information, whatever, to extend your warranty. Let's say you decide to give them your credit card information, thinking under the intention and under the expectation and promise that you're going to get a 1-year extended warranty on your vehicle in exchange for $12 US. You give them your credit card information. You don't get an extended warranty, but you get a bill, later on that month, basically saying that you didn't bought a fully furnished vacation to Cancun. Even though you didn't buy a vacation to Cancun, they took your credit confirmation and, bought a lot of stuff with it, right? That's a scam, right? You sent them the money, you give them your credit card information under the intention of getting a warranty, and you end up getting scammed for a vacation to Cancun. Let's relate that back to the school situation. You pay money to a school in order to get a 24-month visa, as well as to learn the Swahili language. You don't learn the Swahili language and you don't get a 24-month student visa. That is a scam. The government's actions should have no impact whatsoever on the transparency of Theo. Now, before my sister sent Theo the money, she asked him a question that was basically very simple. What is the money going to be used for? He said $350 is for us, the school. $300 is going to be for processing. Now, in the month of May is when she submitted him the money. Also is when he said she will soon be receiving an invoice from the government. It is now September and the invoice still has not been received. Now, the invoice is basically a bill that you're supposed to then take to NMB Bank House to then pay the government for them to begin processing your student visa application, then give you a student visa sooner or later. Okay, now it's May that we gave the money, and it's September 14th, I think it is today, and yet and still we haven't even received an invoice for the government to begin processing the student visa. So my sister asked him for a refund, I believe in the month of August, and he said he couldn't refund her because he had already spent the money on doing a work as far as processing the information for her to then get an invoice. Now, those of you guys saying that the school is not scamming and that it's the government's fault, let me ask you this question right here. If you were to truly have spent the money, the $300 on the processing, basically giving it to the government, where is the proof, right? Tanzania is very much organized when it comes to paying the government money. they usually use a bank called NMB Bank House. That bank will not let you leave. Anybody who's in Tanzania right now, anybody who has been to Tanzania can tell you, when you go to NMB Bank House, you cannot leave that bank house without a receipt. That receipt is going to be very detailed. It's going to have a control number. It's going to have your name on there. It's going to have the amount of money you gave the government for what purpose, and it's even going to have the exact denominations of the amount of money you gave to the government. So it's a very detailed receipt. So if truly he did submit he did use the $300 in order to submit information to the government, he should have a receipt from NMB Bank House, very detailed, that he could have quickly and easily sent and said, hey, this is proof that we went ahead and used the money for the processing. But as of now, all we have is his word, and his word has proven to not be very reliable. So we can't really trust that he's done anything or not. Again, this is why I'm considering it a scam. It's very simple to provide proof. Hey, boom, here's a picture of the receipt of me paying the money to NMB Bank House to the government to begin processing for you to then get an invoice. Very simple. But still to this day, not a receipt has been presented, right? So that if the government put an embargo, let's say it is the government's fault, what does that have to do with his lack of transparency? Now, simultaneously, if the government did put an embargo on the Black Americans, that still should not affect his communication. Why would you still go months without communicating with a paying customer, with a client? Why would you also, not be reaching out to a client, at all? Why is the client having to consistently reach out to you, right? Now, if you took someone's money, you should be doing your best to render them that service. But it doesn't seem as if he's doing his best to render that service to his customers. Now, at the same time, I got some pretty interesting evidence, some pretty interesting facts and statistics. I have to talk about it like that, but it's not statistic necessarily, but I got some pretty interesting information. And he sent me an email, basically. I want to leave a link in the description and also add a picture to the screen. But the information basically says that when you're applying for a student visa, from a language school, they can only give you a 3-month special pass. They actually cannot give you a 24-month student visa. And this information is coming from the actual government of Tanzania's website. Now, did they recently change this as a result of a lot of diaspora going over there and attempting to get a student visa? Quite possibly, but anyway, at this moment in time, that seems to be the official stance, that a language school can only give you a 3-month visa. So let's say this was the truth. So let's say that he knew this information, the entire time. They're going to give you a 3-month visa, but decided to sell us a 24-month visa because he knew that that's who we were interested in. He's a scammer. Very plain, very simple. If he didn't have this information, let's say he didn't have this information, he didn't know this, then guess what? He's a scammer. He took your money under the intention of giving you a 24-month student visa, but he had no idea. He didn't have the resources, the knowledge, or the connections to get you that. So that's just like me becoming an agent, and I'm saying, okay, I'm gonna get you into a McDonald's commercial. Just pay me $1,000 to get you on a McDonald's commercial. I never booked a commercial, I've never been in a commercial, I've done anything with commercials. But I'm just on a hope and a prayer, think that I can get you in a commercial and take your money, even though I don't know if I can provide you the service or not. That's a scam. Now, let's move on to a whole nother topic. This person named Theo, or the scammer, he went ahead and left me a message on WhatsApp. And let's go ahead and detail what that message was able to go ahead and say. Your video, bro, and you're very good on twisting words. Alright, so he saw the video, which is great. I'm glad that he saw the video to make himself aware that people are catching on to him. Now, I just did a screenshot of the little pull down thing. Never actually opened or read the message, but this is a pull down thing. So he says, anyway, I'm not disappointed with your video, but Saeed lost his wife last week. He is still in pain. You would at least leave him out since you were dealing with me. Finally, please find some nice pictures of me. When you report me, I can send them to you. Thanks. Now let's go ahead and break this message down as from the lens that I see it. First things first, he never denied that he's a scammer. Second thing, he later on says that Saeed lost his wife and that I should leave him out of it since I was dealing for the majority of the time with Theo. Now, with them being scammers, you always have to doubt any and everything. So he says he lost his wife, which I can respect. Let's say his business partner, fellow scam artist, lost his wife, and that's the truth. Let's say that's the truth, that he did lose his wife. Okay, I can believe that, sure. But then two sentences later, you're on a very condescending and very snarky message. Next time you report me, use nice photos. I can send them to you. Thanks. He's being condescending and he's being snarky. So I that now takes a lot of the volume off of the fact that he's saying his business partner lost his wife, because I don't know the level of depravity that these people are on. Is it true? Is it not true? Is it a lie? Because he just kept getting on them that they gotta. I don't know if this is the case or not the case. Will people lie about that? I don't know. So this is what I have to say to Theo and to the people who are in the comments defending Theo, some of which are his actual accounts, which is sad, but you know. All right, quick change of scenery real quick. Kind of tired, out of breath, walking up all those stairs. But let's go ahead and talk for a second as far as this, man. From what I see, man, he has no remorse about what he's done. He's laughing, he's being very condescending. In my opinion, he's happy about the harm that he has caused to me and other members of the diaspora. And so my message to the diaspora, my message to people who relate to me, who see me as a brother, right? People who relate to No Limit Shay, see her as a sister. It's important for us to go ahead and come together, you know what I mean, and bring an end to this scam. So I'm gonna leave Theo's school, his scam of a school, in the description. I'm gonna leave his Google Maps location there. Please go over there and leave it a 1-star review so that people in the future can know not to do business with his school. Also, I'm going to leave Theo's WhatsApp in today's description, in the video's description. Feel free to message him and let him know that he's a scammer. You know, simultaneously, I'm going to leave his business partner Saeed's WhatsApp in the description. Feel free to message him and let him know that he's a scammer. At the end of the day, you know what I mean? We have to let people know that this is not right. And you right here who's watching this video, you got to understand that even if this scam does not directly affect you, if it affects people that are similar to you, that look like you, that same background as you, it affects you. You know what I mean? And once you begin to think like that, we as a nation will progress a lot farther. But if you think, well, I'm in Ghana, or well, I'm in where a lot of people going, I'm in the Gambia, or well, I'm in South Africa, so not in Tanzania, so who cares? It still affects you. So you still should be, you know, champion a cause of making sure that this scam doesn't happen to any more other people, you know, over here in Tanzania. So anyway, feel free to leave a 1-star review on the school's website. Also, feel free to message him and his business partner, let him know they're scammers. Feel free as well to share this video out on your Facebook, on your Twitter, so that we can share this message and let more people know about this, right? Simultaneously to Theo, there's no point in reaching out to me or to my sister. My PayPal, my Cash App is in the description. Send us the money that we rightfully deserve. My sister's PayPal, I think, or my sister's Cash App is in her description. You can send it to her, you can send them both to me, who cares? Either way, there's no point of us having communication anymore. You're a scammer, you're a liar, you're a thief. And there's gonna be consequences for those actions. Very plain and very simple. Whether it's that, other than that, man, if you've been scammed, let me know, reach out to me. You know what I mean? Contact me, Eddie@NoLimitEddie.com. And let's go ahead and you know, try to champion your cause as well. Tell your story on this platform. You know, a lot of people did get scammed. You know what I mean? A lot of people did get scammed with this school. But for some reason, when it comes to moving Africa, there's kind of always this pissing contest about money, right? Finances and different things like that. And so some people wouldn't want to make a big spectacle out of losing. I spent $1,000, basically $900. You know what I mean, on this school. For me, I'm 21. I'm 22, my bad. Moved to Africa at 21. So for me, it's no shame telling people I don't have no 401k, I don't have no retirement, I don't have no pension, I don't have no unemployment, I don't have anything like that. So I'm here strictly off of the grace, first and foremost, of the Most High, and then everything after that is just hustle. So for me to spend $1,000 for a 24-month visa makes sense. Cool. 2 years, $1,000, let's get it. But to spend that same amount of money and not even get half what I paid for, to me, is not acceptable. That's not sustainable. And therefore,
for me, losing $9,000 is a big deal. You know what I mean? I'm not going to just, you know, sit idly by and let other people continue to get scammed like this. So this is why I'm making this video. Again, if you got scammed, I don't care if, you know, what the amount was. You got scammed, man, and you got to let people know so that things like this don't continue to happen. But anyway, share this video out with your favorite YouTuber, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this view. Hopefully it looks nice on the camera. I'm not sure how it looks. But yeah, we got to come together, man, and stop letting these wicked things like this happen to us, because we never come together to really bring about real change. You know what I mean? Once we can start doing that, they'll stop taking us as fools. Because right now he thinks of us as fools, you know, the way he's being condescending and laughing and different things like that. So yeah, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, man. Message me if you got scammed as well. Like this video, share this video out with your favorite YouTuber. Tell your favorite YouTuber to respond to this. All right, see you guys. Hold on, let me turn it around. See you guys in the next video, y'all willing. Peace.